Good morning to one and all. Uh, this is Shiva Charan, History faculty. So today, in this class, in this session, I'm going to tell you that what are all the important areas for the Indian history in the next upcoming exam, Group 1 preliminary. Okay. So as far as Indian history is concerned, the most important areas. See, one thing you put in your mind that in your syllabus, nowhere it is mentioned that these are the topics which are very important. This clearly specific, no topic has been specifically mentioned. Only thing which is mentioned in your syllabus is cultural history, or otherwise socio-cultural history, socio socio-cultural history. It's mentioned cultural history or socio-cultural history. What do you mean by socio-cultural history? Now, socio-cultural history, in the sense, except politics, everything comes under the culture. Your religion is your culture. Your religion is your culture. Your architecture comes under the culture. Your literature comes under the culture, and every aspect of life comes under the cultural history part. So, for example, now the most important topics in the ancient India is Indus Valley civilization. The first one. This is completely a cultural aspect, cultural chapter. Indus Valley civilization. Next, Vedic civilization. Okay. Now, after Vedic civilization, Buddhism. The most important topic, Buddhism, which is the from which definitely you are going to get the questions in this preliminary exam, and also Jainism. Buddhism and Jainism, these two religions are called as heterodox religions. Heterodox. And Vedic religion is called as Vedic civilization. Is all about the Vedic religion. It's all about the one community, Brahmin community, how they monopolized this society. Vedic civilization comes under also Vedic civilization. It's an orthodox religion. It's a orthodox religion. Heterodox religion and orthodox religion. Buddhism, Jainism. These four topics which are there in your ancient India syllabus, very, very, very important. It's very important. Okay. And apart from this, Mauryans culture. Mauryans culture, when I say, there is one particular person, King Ashoka. Ashoka came with a policy, a new policy called as Dhamma. Okay, Ashoka's Dhamma comes under the cultural history. What is this Dhamma and what are all these topics? We'll see that later. Dhamma. Then after Ashoka's Dhamma, then Mauryans art and architecture. Mauryans art and architecture. What are all the beautiful monuments constructed by Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka? Kumrahar Palace with a 80 pillared hall. All are made up of wood. Okay, and they were all these styles were imported from the Iranian traditions. And Ashoka issued inscriptions everywhere. All these inscriptions are talking about his message, mentions about the message of Ashoka, and what is the style in which pillars were constructed, what is there on the top of the pillar. All these comes under the culture part. After this, after this, when it comes to the Buddhist architecture, when it comes to the Buddhists, very important as part of Buddhism only. I'm going to discuss this. When it comes to the Buddhist architecture, the most important part here is Gandhara School of Art. Gandhara School of Art. Then next, Mathura. These three are the schools of art are very, very important. Mathura School of Art and Amaravati School of Art. These are the most important topics in the Buddhist architecture. And also when it comes to Buddhist religion, these are the very important topics is Buddhist stupas, chaityas, viharas, very important part of architecture. Then next, Buddhist sects, schisms in the Buddhism, Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, and Vajrayana Buddhism. Okay, Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana Buddhism. See, Buddhist architecture, Buddhist literature, Buddhist sects, and Buddhism about the teachings of the Buddha. All this comes under the architecture part and culture part. Okay, and next after this, Jainism. Jainism that we will discuss, and after that Mauryans art and architecture, and also the part of Ashoka, Dhamma, and after that Guptas, the most important part of the Guptas. See, politics are also important. Definitely, I am not going to neglect this political history, because without great politics, there can't be the great culture. Okay, so definitely the most important ruler in the Guptas dynasty, Samudragupta, very important ruler, Samudragupta. And during Samudragupta's regime, most important art, Mathura School of Art and Sarnath School of Art. These are all again Buddhist art, Samudragupta's period. Though Samudragupta is a Vaishnavite, he patronized the Buddhist religion. He patronized the architecture, Buddhist architecture, and he built so many rock cut caves. Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, those are Hindu rock cut cave temples. And one more point, most important part of architecture or the Gupta's culture is Shikara style temples, Dravida style temples, Vesara style temples. This is very important. Okay, and after this, Ajanta and Ellora caves. Ajanta and Ellora caves. Okay, and after this, Ajanta and Ellora caves, and then next, Rajputs. Rajputs, their policy and their arts. Then next, with this, the ancient India comes to an end. So these are all the topics which were very important. Definitely, these are the areas in which we are going to expect the questions. Okay, see, once we have a quick look. Cultural history, socio-cultural history. Ancient India, Indus Valley civilization, Vedic civilization, Buddhism, Jainism. Complete topics. Everything is important in this. Where as far when it comes to the Mauryans, only architecture and Ashoka's Dhamma is important here. Okay, when it comes to Buddhist architecture, Gandhara, Mathura, Amaravati, okay, and also Stupa, Chaitya, Vihara, and also within the Buddhism, Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana Buddhism, okay, and then next Gupta, Samudragupta, Mathura School of Art and Sarnath School of Art, rock cut caves, Shikara style temples, Dravida style temples, and Vesara style temples, Ajanta Ellora caves. Here you have to understand the difference between structural temple and the cave temple. Structural temples are the temples which we see today, okay, which were constructed in a structure, a particular, they have a style. The temples which they have a particular style, Shikara style, Dravida style, Vesara style. And there are another type of temples called cave temples. Now, cave temples are not built in a particular style. Cave temples, they were just cut and shaped in the form of a cave. They were already hill. It was already a hill or a rock or a mountain. Okay, it was cut and shaped into the form of a cave. Ajanta caves, Ellora caves. Beautiful paintings are existing in the Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves, total number of caves 29. Cave number 1 to cave number 29. See, cave number 1, you will see the beautiful painting, Padmapani paintings and Ellora caves paintings. Then after that, the most important expected zone, Rajputs arts. Even Rajputs also have built beautiful temples. Then after this, advent of Islam. When it comes to medieval, now when it comes to medieval, the first very important topic is advent of Islam. Okay, now when it comes to advent of Islam, exchange of culture, exchange exchange of cultures, Okay, exchange of cultures. What is this culture? Indo-Islamic culture. When Islam for the first time came to India, it had a great synthesis with the Indian culture. Islam questioned Hinduism and Hinduism questioned Islam. Okay, at every step they both interchange their culture, exchange their culture. The beautiful blend, the finest blend of this culture is called, it's called as Indo-Islamic culture. And the byproduct of this Indo-Islamic culture is Bhakti movement and Sufi movement. Very, very important. Bhakti movement and Sufi movement. This is also considered as the socio-religious reform movement in the medieval India. Bhakti movement is a reform movement in the Hinduism, and Sufi movement is a reform movement in the Islam. Okay, they both were trying to reform their own societies and religion in the medieval India. Then next, in the medieval India, Vijayanagaras culture, very important chapter. Vijayanagara Empire, capital city Hampi. Vijayanagara Empire, capital city Hampi. Okay, Vijayanagara, Thiruvengalnatha Swami Temple, Virupaksha Temple, Vitala Swami Temple, chariots, monolithic chariots, Sun Temple, beautiful temples and culture. Kalyana Mandapas have been constructed in the Vijayanagara Empire. So this is a very important topic. And also politics. When it comes to politics of the Sri Krishna Devaraya is very important, because without Sri Krishna Devaraya's regime, you can't, he is the one who developed this culture. Sri Krishna Devaraya, and also Vijayanagara's literature, Ashtadiggajas. Okay. Next, Mughal, Mughal Empire in the medieval, the most part, important part, Mughal arts, Mughal polity, Mughal administration. Okay, Mughal architecture. Here, when I say Mughal arts, it means paintings. Okay, Mughal polity. Polity, again, here there are so many rulers in the Mughal Empire. Only you have to remember only few. For example, Humayun Babar, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan, Aurangzeb. Badsa, very simple and sweet shortcut you have to remember. You can remember easily. Badsa, Bhajsa. Badsa. Okay, first letter of every word. Babar, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shahjahan, Aurangzeb. Only you have to study about these six rulers. After the death of Aurangzeb, there were so many Mughal emperors. They are called as later Mughals, and they are not at all important. Now, when it comes to Mughal administration, Akbar's administrative policies, Mansabdari and Jagirdari and Japti. Mansabdari system, Japti system, and Jagirdari system. Mansabdari, Jagirdari, and Japti system. Understanding? All Akbar. Then next, architecture, Mughal architecture. Very important. Then after this, again the most expected in the modern history. In the modern history, actually, modern history, every topic is important, but except those all those wars and treaties, you are not going to get the questions on wars and treaties. Definitely, you will be getting the question on advent of Europeans, Portuguese, Dutch, English, Portuguese, Dutch, English, Danes, French. This is advent of European merchants. Advent of European merchants. Portuguese, Dutch, English, Danes, and French. In this, which company became very powerful? English and French. Both went for wars called as Carnatic Wars. English and French both are going for wars called as Carnatic Wars. Then after that, constitutional developments. Constitutional developments. There are few acts are there. Particularly, there are few acts which you are going to get the question. 1773 Regulating Act, okay, 1813 Charter Act, 1833 Charter Act, okay, 1813, 1833, 1909 Indian Councils Act, Government of India Act 1919, Government of India Act 1935. These are the most important acts. Okay, these are called as constitutional developments, background for the Indian Constitution. Okay, that comes under even history also. Then after that, in the modern history, British economic colonial policies, economic or colonial policies, British economic or colonial policies. Okay, economic or colonial policies. Revenue, revenue administration of the British, zamindari settlement, all these things. The next, very, very, very important, revolt of 1857. Okay, then Renaissance, Renaissance, rebirth. Renaissance means rebirth of rationalism. The socio-religious reform movements again. Totally in the Indian history, totally in the Indian history, there are three times in which socio-religious reform movements witnessed in India for the first time in 6th century BC, Buddhism and Jainism. That is a reform movement. They are trying to reform the society against the Vedic religion. Second time in the medieval India, Bhakti Sufi movement. Now third time in the modern India in 19th and 20th century, Renaissance. Okay, socio-religious reform movements. Then lastly, the most important one, national movement. Again, in the national movement, everything is not important. You neglect this completely moderate phase. Okay, you neglect moderate phase. No, moderate phase is not important. Only extremist. That too, extremist Swadeshi. Swadeshi movement is important. The next, Gandhian phase. Now, in the Gandhian phase, we will see the most important topics: non-cooperation movement, salt satyagraha, okay, quit India movement, okay, cabinet mission plan, Cripps mission, Mountbatten plan. All these are the small, small, small important topics when it comes to Gandhian phase during the freedom struggle. Okay, so these are the areas from which definitely we are going to expect at least 10 to 15 questions from the Indian history part. Okay, and today we will see the first topic called as Indus Valley civilization. Okay, Indus Valley civilization. This is also called as Harappa civilization. Okay, it's also called as Bronze Age, Bronze Age civilization. It's also called as Bronze Age civilization. Why it is called as Indus Valley civilization? Because it is on the banks of the river Indus or otherwise Sindhu. Sindhu. Okay. And why it is called as Harappa civilization? Because that is the first site to be excavated by the archaeological department around 2750 BC. Why it is called as Bronze Age civilization? Because bronze is the metal which is made up of the which is made up by the Indus Valley people. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Bronze is an alloy of both copper and tin. Okay, it's an alloy. And here, what is very important for your exam is sites of Indus Valley civilization. Sites, in the sense, the first site, Harappa. Okay, Harappa and sites and findings. You have to remember these two things. What is the site? Where is the site? And what are all the discoveries in that site? In Harappa, what have been excavated? In Harappa, Mother Goddess images have been excavated. Okay, Mother Goddess statue, small seals have been excavated in Harappa, and granaries have been excavated in Harappa. Granaries to store the grains. Granaries are to store the grains. And Mother Goddess, granaries. And after granaries, in Harappa, a coffin have been excavated. Thus, it is a body in which, it is a box in which dead body has been preserved. Okay, and then in Harappa, scale have been excavated, a bronze scale. So in this way you have to know the site. And where is this site? Harappa is on the banks of which river? Harappa is on the banks of Ravi river in near Punjab. Okay. Second, the most important, Mohenjo-daro, simply it is called as mound of dead. Mohenjo-daro is called as mound of dead. Okay. And what is very important in Mohenjo-daro? What is the most important excavated site? Mohenjo-daro, first of all, it is on the banks of Sindh River. It comes under today's Pakistan. Okay, both Harappa and Mohenjo-daro comes under the Pakistan region. Okay, Sindh, Great Granary. Great granary. You see in the Harappa, six granaries continuously series of six granaries have been excavated. But in Mohenjo-daro in Sindh, a great granary, the biggest granary has been excavated. Okay, it indicates all these discoveries. They indicate that there is a great centralized production system. Okay, that there is a great centralized authoritative system. Okay, in Mohenjo-daro, there is one more thing which is discovered: great bath. Very important. In Mohenjo-daro, great bath have been excavated. What is the shape of this great bath? It is in a shape of rectangle. Okay. Outside this great bath, this is great bath is nothing but it's like a pool with water. Okay. Pool with water. Outside there is a well. Outside there is a well which is supplying the water to this pool. A well which is supplying the water from this to this pool. And outside the pool there are rooms. Outside the pool there are rooms. Why? For what purpose these rooms have been constructed? Because these rooms are to exchange the clothes. The to exchange the clothes. Now what do you understand with this great bath? What is the indication? That this is a very sacred bathing center, sacred bath or ritual. It is a public ritual center. Mohenjo-daro, very important, great bath. And Mohenjo-daro is the city which was affected with floods 7 times continuously. 7 times floods. Okay, which is affected 7 times floods by 7 times. Mohenjo-daro is the only city with more than 40,000 population. These are all the important static information. Then after this, Chanhu-daro. Chanhu-daro. In Chanhu-daro comes under the Sindh only. It is also under the Pakistan area, today's Pakistan. Chanhu-daro, okay, and in this Chanhu-daro, there's ink pot have been excavated. Ink pot. It is a big. There is a big jar. For what purpose this jar have been? It's a mystery. This is a big jar. Okay, and this might be the ink pot. So if there is an ink pot in Chanhu-daro, definitely there might be the script because they're writing something. Okay, this is the biggest limitation of the Indus Valley civilization. The biggest limitation is till date Harappa script not yet deciphered. Harappa script has not been yet deciphered till date. Understanding all? This is the biggest defect of the Indus Valley civilization. They know the art of writing. They are writing something. They are writing something on the seals, and I will give you the evidences also. There is something on seals. Okay, but even till date, it has not been yet deciphered. So the script is found on the seals. So that is the reason they are writing something. For that they have been using ink pot. Chanhu-daro, evidence of cat bones, cat animal. Okay, in Chanhu-daro there is no citadel. Chanhu-daro is a only city without any citadel. Chanhu-daro is the only city without any citadel. What is the citadel? I will tell in the town planning. Okay, Then after this, after Chanhudaro, Banavali. Now the importance of Banavali, it is the only city without a drainage system. It is without sophisticated or without proper drainage system. Banavali. And after Banavali, Lothal. Very, very important. Banavali is in Haryana. Haryana on the banks of the river Ghaggar. Lothal is in Gujarat on the banks of the river Bogao. Bogao river in Gujarat. Lothal. In Lothal, there is a dockyard which is excavated. In Lothal, terracotta dolls have been excavated. Terracotta. Terracotta means it is a metal which is made up of burnt clay. Okay, terracotta means uh, burnt clay. Okay, dolls. Lothal. And in Lothal, chessboard. Chessboard has been excavated. These are the most important points. And next site, Dolavira. Dolavira is in Maharashtra. Okay, this is a landlocked region. It is not on the banks of any other river. Dolavira is a landlocked region, and Dolavira is very important for its water reservoir system. Dolavira is very important for its water reservoir system. Okay, these are the most important sites. And recently one site is in our current affairs. There is one site, new site, which is excavated in Haryana, Rakhigari. In Rakhigari, recently a very big rectangle box, a coffin was have been excavated, and in this coffin there is one skeleton. Along with the skeleton there are jewelry. Along with the skeleton there is jewelry. So this is Rakhigari coffin. Now, after this, the most important portion of this chapter component, town planning. Okay, urbanization. How is the urban way of life? Okay, every city is divided into two parts. In the Indus Valley civilization, every city is divided into two parts. One is upper city and another one is lower city. Understanding? Upper city and lower city. Upper city and lower city. Now, upper city is having a citadel. Upper city is having a citadel. Upper city is having a citadel. Citadel means fortification wall. Upper city is having a citadel. It is having a fortification wall. Okay, so lower city does not have any fortification. That indicates that upper city aristocracy is living and in the lower city common man is living. So wherever aristocracy lives, they have a very good kind of protection. Okay, and after this, city, two parts, upper city, lower city. For upper city, citadel, and every city has been built. Streets, in every city streets are in the grid pattern. Okay, grid pattern. Grid pattern means roads are intersecting at 90 degrees. Roads are intersecting at 90 degrees. Okay, roads are intersecting at 90 degrees, and there is a very good underground drainage system. The only city where there is no proper underground drainage system is Banavali. I told you that. Okay, and everywhere manholes are there. Pits pits manholes. Why? To pump, to suck up the water, to pump the water into the drainage. Okay, to pump the water. This is the very important part of. And everywhere you see street lights. Okay, and at the end of at the back side of the house there is a balcony. At the front side of the house there is veranda. Front side of the house there is veranda, and in this veranda there is a well. And houses were built according to Vastu Shastra ideology. Vastu ideology. They followed, they have this ideology. Okay, this is their particular town planning. Clear? And after this, what is their social system? Definitely, women have given freedom. Women, definitely women. What is the status of women in the Indus Valley civilization, Harappan civilization? Women have been given freedom. Okay, women have been given freedom. How do you say that? I'm not saying this. A British archaeologist by name Mortimer Wheeler, he says that it is a matriarchal society. Mortimer Wheeler says it is matriarchal. Matriarchal society but not patriarchal. What is the evidence on which basis, on what basis Mortimer Wheeler is claiming that it is a matriarchal society or it is a male, female dominated society? This is told on the basis of woman statue is found in dancing position at Mohenjo-daro. Woman statue dancing at Mohenjo-daro. Understanding? And there is one more terracotta seal, terracotta toy. This is a terracotta toy. This terracotta toy is in such a way. This toy has been made up in such a way where from woman's belly or navel, tree sprouted. Tree has been sprouted up from the woman's navel. Okay. What does that indicate? It indicates that woman is the ultimate source for the mukti. It indicates that woman is the ultimate source for the creation. Adi Shakti concept అనేది ఇక్కడ నుంచి. So from here Adi Shakti concept have been emerged. And also the most important in Mohenjo-daro, Pashupati seal has been excavated. This Pashupati seal is might be Pashupati is a male god, proto Shiva. Okay, a Shiva, see Shiva surrounded by all animals. Shiva surrounded by all animals. He is Pashupati. All animals. What are those animals? Elephant, rhino, bull, tiger, unicorn. These are all these are all the animals which are found around the meditating Shiva. Shiva is sitting in the meditation posture, and at his feet all his animals are surrounded. So this is the seal which is made up of, and it is called as the Pashupati seal. Okay, Pashupati seal. And seals are made up of steatite rock. Okay, seals are made up of steatite rock. On seals you will see Indus Valley civilization script. On seals you will see the Indus Valley civilization script. Okay, right friends, this is about the Indus Valley civilization, the most important portion, their important sites and discoveries, and after that the town planning, their social system, seals, and limitation of the system. Indus Valley civilization, Harappan civilization, this civilization has been began around 2500 BC and ended up by 1750 BC. 1750 BC. By this time already Vedic civilization has been begun. We will see this Vedic civilization in the next class. The next chapter which we are going to discuss, Vedic civilization, or this is also called as Aryan civilization. Okay, and here Aryan civilization, 1500 BC to 600 BC. 1500 to 600 BC. Now, in this 900 years period of time, okay, there is a second. This is the second civilization in India. Okay, they developed a one more civilization which completely shifted its center to the northwest India, but not Harappa this time. Completely the northwest India on the banks of the seven rivers Sapta Sindhu. This civilization is found on the banks of Sapta Sindhu river. This is the second civilization found on the banks of Sapta Sindhu river. So for our convenience understanding purpose, Aryan civilization is divided into two phases. One is early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Early Vedic period and a later Vedic period. Early Vedic period 1500 to 1000. Later Vedic period from 1000 to 600 BC. 1000 to 600 BC. Okay, this is two phases of the Aryan civilization. Okay, and in this early Vedic period is in Sapta Sindhu region. Early Vedic period, Sapta Sindhu region, and slowly by later Vedic period, this center of the civilization shifted to Ganga basin. Okay, it was shifted to Ganga basin. See, because observe one thing, Aryans. Actually, who are these Aryans? Where are these Aryans coming from? And what is their native place? And what is their profession? Everything is in controversy. This is Sapta Sindhu region. Sapta Sindhu means Indus, Ravi, Bias, Sutlej, Chenab, Saraswati, Jhelum. All these rivers are Sapta Sindhu. Okay. Now, slowly they migrated to Ganga basin. Why they migrated? I will tell you. Because their profession, Aryans' profession is okay. Their profession is pastoralism. Their profession is pastoralism. They are shepherds. Pastoralism, they are shepherds. Now, what is the nature of these shepherds? What is the nature of these shepherds? Always they are nomadic tribes. They are nomadic tribes. Nomadic tribes means always migrate from one place to another place in search of pastures. Okay, they have animals. They are cattle rearers. They have animal in their hand and they are pastoralists. They want greenland, grassland, steppes. Okay, so they migrated from there in search because always the shepherds are the nomadics. They can't settle at one place. For livelihood, they have to migrate from another place to another place. So from Sapta Sindhu to Ganga Basin, they have migrated in search of pastures. Okay, this is why early Vedic civilization. This is early Vedic, and this is later Vedic. Origins of Aryans or nativity of Aryans or nativity of Aryans. So when it comes to nativity of Aryans, Max Muller gives the theory. Max Muller gives the theory. He says that Max Muller says Aryans' native place is Eurasia. దే కేమ్ ఫ్రమ్ యురేషియా అంట. అంటే ఆర్యులు అనేవాళ్ళు ఒక తెగలు యాక్చువల్గా. ఓకే, ట్రైబ్స్ వాళ్ళంతా ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చినారంట? యురేషియా. యురేషియా అంటే ఏంది? యూరోపు ప్లస్ ఏషియా. ఓకే, యూరోపు ప్లస్ ఏషియా ఎక్కడైతే మీట్ అవుతాయో అది యురేషియా. టర్కీ అంటారు, ప్రజెంట్ డే టర్కీ. స్టెప్పీస్ ఉంటాయి అక్కడ, గ్రాస్ ల్యాండ్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. అక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడికి మైగ్రేట్ అయిన వాళ్ళు అని చెప్తున్నారు. దానికి ఎవిడెన్స్ ఏంటి? బొగాజ్కాయ్ ఇన్స్క్రిప్షన్ అండ్ మిఠానీ ఇన్స్క్రిప్షన్. Mittani inscription, Bogachkai inscription, Kassite, Kassite inscription. All these are inscriptions. All these are inscriptions which are giving the evidences that Aryans are coming from Central Asia and slowly they settled in Iran for 500 years. Aryans settled in Iran, Persia for 500 years and they developed the Zendavesta book. Sorry, they developed the Zoroastrian religion. Okay, they developed the Zoroastrian religion and from there again after the 500 years they migrated to Sapta Sindhu. In Sapta Sindhu they developed the Sanskrit language. By 1500 BC, by 1500 BC they developed the Sanskrit language. Okay, and the language Sanskrit is developed from the language Arya language. Arya is the root language. For the word Arya means it is a tribe. Arya means language. It's a root language for all the languages. It's said by Max Muller. And one more thing is, one more very important point is, Aryans, the whole information is coming from Vedic literature. All information is coming from Vedic literature. Okay, this Vedic literature is all about Vedas. Vedic literature total 8 parts. Total 8 parts. The Vedic literature 8 parts divided into two: Shruti, Smriti. Shruti literature, Smriti literature. Shruti literature, only Vedas come under this Shruti literature. Total 4 Vedas. Smriti literature, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, Vedangas, Upavedas, ఇవన్నీ కూడా స్మృతి లిటరేచర్ కిందికి వస్తాయి. శృతి లిటరేచర్ ఏంది? వేదాస్. ఇది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆరియన్స్ కి. వేదాలు. ఓకే, ఈవెన్ టుడే ఆల్సో దిస్ వేదాస్ కంటిన్యూ టు బి ద మోస్ట్ సేక్రెడ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద హిందూయిజం. వేదాస్ ఆర్ టోటలీ 4: ఋగ్వేదం, యజుర్వేదం, సామవేదం అండ్ అథర్వణ వేదం. ఋగ్వేదం, యజుర్వేదం, సామవేదం అండ్ అథర్వణ వేదం. Okay, these are the important Vedas. What does this Rigveda says? Very important part. Rigveda total 1024 hymns. 1024 hymns శ్లోకాలు 1024 ఉంటాయి. ఇందులో 10th శ్లోక 10th మండల, ఇందులో 10th మండల is called as mandala means chapter. purusha sukta mandal. Okay, 10th chapter is purusha sukta chapter, purusha sukta mandalam. In purusha sukta mandalam there is one mantra called Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra, this is dedicated to goddess Saras Savitri. Okay, so one thing you understand, friends, Aryans history is all about the Vedas. Okay, these Vedas only giving the information, about the uh, Rigveda. Particularly Rigveda is giving the information about the life of the Aryans. Okay, is giving information about the life of the Aryans. So this Purusha Sukta Mandala discuss about one more thing called as Varna system for the first time. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra అనే 4 వర్ణాలు వచ్చినాయి ఫస్ట్ టైం. ఓకే, చతుర్వర్ణ చతుర్వర్ణ వర్ణ సిస్టమ్. అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ Purusha Sukta Mandalam, after this Yajurveda is all about rituals. Next Samaveda is about music. Samaveda is about the music. And Atharvana Veda is about the evils. ఓకే, ఈవిల్స్ అంటే భూత ప్రేతాత్మలను లేపడానికి అథర్వణ వేదం కూడా వాడతారు. యజుర్వేద, అథర్వణ వేద. ఓకే, అండ్ after this Brahmanas. So when I say this is the Shruti literature, Shruti literature, okay, this is nobody is allowed except for Brahmins. Okay, except Brahmins, no one is allowed except Brahmins. And Yajurved and this Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Smriti literature, anyone can study. Even Shudras are also allowed to study Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads. Brahmanas. Brahmanas deals with rituals. Brahmanas deals with rituals. Aranyakas. Aranyakas deals with forest texts. Aranyaka, Aranya, forest, forest texts, the texts which deals about the sages in the life of forest. Aranyakas, Upanishads, very, very important. Upanishads, 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 total 108. Upanishads are total number 108. Okay. ఉప గురువు దగ్గర కూర్చొని నేర్చుకునేవాడు ఉపనిషత్తులను అంటారు. గురువు దగ్గర కూర్చొని నేర్చుకోవడం ఉపనిషత్తులు. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బృహద్, అరణ్యక ఉపనిషద్, మాండూక్య ఉపనిషద్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ముండకో ఉపనిషద్. ముండకో ఉపనిషద్, మాండూక్య ఉపనిషద్, ముండకో ఉపనిషద్ అండ్ శ్వేతేశ్వతర ఉపనిషద్. శ్వేతేశ్వతర ఉపనిషద్, ఈశానో ఉపనిషద్, కేనో ఉపనిషద్. ఇవన్నీ ఉపనిషత్స్. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ వెరీ 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 ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఉపనిషత్స్. ఓకే, ఉపనిషత్తులు దేని గురించి చెప్తాయి? మోక్షానికి మార్గము ఫిలాసాఫికల్ స్టోరీస్ ద్వారా చూపిస్తాయి. ఓకే, దే సే అబౌట్ అ సాల్వేషన్. ఓకే, ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఫిలాసఫీ, in the form of a story. They say about the philosophy in the form of story. And after Upanishads, Vedangas. These are all Vedic literature. Vedangas. Okay. Total 6. Vedangas total 6. Upavedas total 4. Gandharva Veda. Okay. Gandharva Veda, Shilpa Veda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, Shilpa Veda, Dhanurveda. Okay, and Samaveda ki simple subordinate ఉంటుంది. Okay, Gandharva Veda. They are all Upavedas. Okay, and this is all about the Vedic literature. And after this Vedic literature, the most important source to know about the Aryan's lifestyle is Rig Veda. Every point which we are mentioning is coming from the Rig Veda only. Okay, so in the early Vedic period, understand everybody, early Vedic period and also later Vedic period, here social system is different completely. Okay, here society is different, here society is different, here economy is different, here economy is different, here religion, here uh, society, politics, polity, here different, religion and polity both are different. So two phases we are going to study. Simply speaking, society in the early Vedic period is a tribal society. Okay, here the people are called as Jana. In the early Vedic period, people are called as Jana, tribes. And the king, for every tribe there will be one king. King is called as Rajan. King is called as Rajan. King is called Rajan. And king is called as Rajan. King is called as Rajan. And for every tribe, there is one Rajan. But this is a tribal society. Rajan is not supreme. Rajan is headed by both the houses. Sabha. Rajan is headed by Sabha, Samiti, Ghana, Vidhata. There are four houses which regulates the Rajan's powers. Sabha is a house of elders. ఓన్లీ ఒక తెగకు సంబంధించిన పెద్ద మనుషులు, అంటే చాలా పెద్ద పెద్ద వాళ్ళు, ముసలి వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే వస్తారు సభకు. సమితికి ఎవరైనా రావచ్చు. ఎనీవన్ ఎనీవన్ క్యాన్ ఎంటర్ ఇంటూ ద సభ. ఓకే, Anyone can enter into the Sabha. Gana Vidata, local level assemblies. They are local level assemblies at a district level. Sabha Samiti Ghana Vidata. అర్థమైందా? లోకల్ లెవెల్. Local level assemblies at a district level. Sabha Samiti Ghana Vidata. Always Rajan is controlled by these powers. Rajan cannot take any decision supreme, autonomous decisions he couldn't take. He need the permission of the Sabha Samiti to take any kind of decision. Now, after this, after this, Rajan does not impose any taxes. There is a concept of Bali mentioned in the Rig Veda. Bali means voluntary service. Anybody in the tribe can offer their voluntary services to the Rajan. Okay, and the most important service that you can offer to the Rajan is to donate cows. Cows are called as Go, Mata, or otherwise Ga, Vishti, Gavishti. Gavishti means protecting the cow. Protecting. Gavishti means protecting the cow. Gavishti means protecting the cow. Cow is called as Dauhitri. Cow is called as Dauhitri. Dauhitri means cow is like a daughter. Dauhitri, daughter. Cow is like daughter. Cow is like Dauhitri, daughter. Okay, and Rigveda says, and Rigveda talks about a Soma, a plant. Soma, a plant. Okay, and Rigveda talks about the gods, Indra. For him, 250 rituals. For Indra, 250 rituals have been dedicated. Okay, for Varuna, 200 rituals. For Agni, 200 rituals. 200, sorry, 200. And I told you that in the Rig Veda there are 1024 what do you say, shlokas are there. For Indra only 250 shlokas are dedicated. For Varuna 200, Agni 200 rituals are dedicated. In this way, so we can assume that these might be the definitely the most important gods in the entire Aryan civilization. Indra, Varuna, Agni, Savitri, Soma. Soma is a plant. Okay, from Soma, drink is extracted. Okay, this drink is nothing but it's like a liquor for Aryans. This gives the nasha for them. మత్తునిచ్చే ప్లాంట్ అన్నట్టు. అంటే దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఆరిజిన్స్ ఆఫ్ డ్రింకింగ్ కల్చర్ అన్నట్టు ఇన్ ఇండియా. అట్లా ఇది వాళ్ళ సోషల్ సిస్టమ్. ఇప్పుడు ఎకనామిక్ సిస్టమ్ ఏంది? నేను అంతా ఓన్లీ అర్లీ వేదిక్ పీరియడ్ గురించే మాట్లాడుతున్నా. ఎకనామిక్ సిస్టమ్ ఏంది? వాళ్ళు పాస్టోరలిస్ట్స్. వీళ్ళకి ఏం కావాలి ఇప్పుడు? గ్రాస్ ల్యాండ్ కావాలి. సప్త సింధులో చాలా ఉంది, గ్రాస్ ల్యాండ్స్ కావాలి. ఓకే, లిమిటెడ్ ట్రేడ్ అండ్ కామర్స్. there is very limited trade and commerce. No much agriculture. There is no much agriculture. There is only two crops mentioned, that is wheat and barley. No much agriculture. Agriculture undi, but no much agriculture. Wheat and barley is the most important part of their agriculture. Okay, and only metal they know, bronze, కాపర్, ఓకే, టిన్, ఇవి తెలుసు వాళ్ళకి. దీన్నే ఏమంటామంటే ఆయా అంటాం. ఈ మెటల్స్నే ఆయా అని అంటాం. ఇది వాళ్ళ లిమిటెడ్ ఎకానమీ, వెరీ స్మాల్ అండ్ సింపుల్ ఎకానమీ, లిమిటెడ్ ఎకానమీ. అండ్ వేరస్ లేటర్ నౌ రిలీజియన్. I discussed polity, and I discussed this economy, religion. So, nature worship, Indra, their main god, Aryans' main god is nature worship. They worship nature. They worship nature in the form of Indra. Indra is considered as war god and weather god. War god and weather, climate god. If you want rainfall, then go for Varuna. If you want to win the wars, pray for Indra. Varuna, rain god. వర్షాలు తెప్పిస్తాడు. అగ్ని, అగ్నిదేవుడు, అగ్ని ఫైర్ గాడ్, అగ్రెసివ్ గాడ్, అగ్ని. అగ్ని వాహన అంటాం. అగ్ని వాహన అంటే అగ్ని అనే దేవుడు వాహన లాంటి వాడు. పొగ, అగ్ని నుంచి పొగ వస్తుంది కదా, ఆ పొగనే దేవుడికి వాహనం లాగా వస్తాడు అన్నట్టు భూమిపైకి. పవిత్రమైన దేవుడు అగ్ని. And after this, and after this, most important god, Savitri, Mitra, Vastri, volcano god, Vastri ante, volcano god. Okay, Savitri, Mitra, Vastri, and yeah, these are the most important gods on it. Okay, now society. Society of the Rigvedic period. Very, very important. It's a patriarchal system. This is the fundamental difference between Indus Valley civilization and the Aryan civilization. Patriarchal. It is a patriarchal system. Okay, it's a patriarchal, and this is called as Chaturvarna. Here, Chaturvarna system first time. Here, society divided into four regions, four regional variations on the basis of occupation. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now, Brahmin, they have a purpose. They want to get this Brahmagyan. Kshatriya, Kshatram, they will go for war. Vaishya, trade and commerce. And Shudra, agriculture. And also Shudra to serve top three communities. To serve top three. అర్థమైందా? ఇది శూద్రుల యొక్క పరిస్థితి అప్పుడు. అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి? కింది కులాల వాళ్లకు డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ చేస్తున్నారు అని చాతుర్వర్ణ సిస్టమ్ ఫస్ట్ టైం చెప్తుంది. అట్లా. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడే ఫస్ట్ టైం నియోగ ప్రాక్టీస్ కూడా మనకు లభించింది. నియోగ, నియోగ విధానము, నియోగ ప్రాక్టీస్. వాట్ డూ యూ మీన్ బై నియోగ? నియోగ మీన్స్ ద వైఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ డెడ్ మ్యాన్, అంటే విడో can have every right to have sex with the brother of her husband to have a child until she had a child. Until she had a child. Once she had a child, then she can go for that because she want that santanam. That is niyoga. Here women, okay. Here no much discrimination, no much. Whereas in later Vedic period, you will see a lot of discrimination. Here no much discrimination. There is anuloma and pratiloma marriages. Anuloma and pratiloma. Anuloma, higher varna boy getting married to lower varna girl. Pratiloma, higher varna girl getting married to lower varna boy. అర్థమైందా? అనులోమ ప్రతిలోమ మ్యారేజెస్. హయ్యర్ వర్ణ బాయ్ గెటింగ్ మ్యారీడ్ టు లోవర్ వర్ణ గర్ల్. అంటే బ్రాహ్మణ్ బాయ్ శూద్ర గర్ల్ లెట్స్ సే. ప్రతిలోమ మ్యారేజ్ అంటే ఉల్టా, ఆపోజిట్. హయ్యర్ వర్ణ గర్ల్ అంటే బ్రాహ్మణ్ గర్ల్ గెటింగ్ మ్యారీడ్ టు శూద్ర బాయ్. దిస్ ఈస్ దేర్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మ్యారేజెస్ సిస్టమ్. అనులోమ ప్రతిలోమ వివాహ. Then it comes to later Vedic. When it comes to later Vedic, again everything changes. Polity, political system. Here for the first time monarchs, kingdoms, kingdoms emerged. Monarchs, kingdoms emerged. Okay, monarchs and kingdoms. And after this, monarchs and kingdoms, you see, uh, monarchs and kingdoms, the concept of janapada. This is what you call the kingdoms. Okay, janapadas. Jana, I told you, jana means people. Pada, pada means foot. People have landed their foot in the Ganga basin. That is why later Vedic period begins. Okay, when they went here, the whole political system has been changed completely. Janapada. Now for the first time tax started. Bhaga. Here no sabha and no samiti. No sabha and no samiti. And after this, economy. Very, very, very important. Here, very important point. Around 1000 AD, around 1000 AD, Aryans discovered iron mines. Aryans discovered iron mines, and iron mines turned into iron weapons. ఐరన్ టూల్స్ దొరుకుతాయి కదా, ఐరన్ టూల్స్ తోటి ఐరన్ వెపన్స్ తయారు చేసినారు. ఓకే, ఐరన్ వెపన్స్ తోటి ఏమైంది, ఐరన్ వెపన్స్ తోటి ఇంపీరియల్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్కి పోయినారు. ఓకే, ఎక్స్పాన్షన్కి పోయినారు. ఐరన్ మైన్స్, ఐరన్ వెపన్స్ అండ్ ఓకే ఐరన్ మైన్స్, ఐరన్ వెపన్స్ అండ్ ఐరన్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్. Then here, there for the first time when they got iron tools, first time when they got iron tools or iron weapons, they went for deforestation. చెట్లను నరికినారు. డిఫారెస్ట్రేషన్ నుంచి అలూవియల్ సాయిల్ లభించింది. ఓకే, అంటే ఫర్టైల్ సాయిల్. ఈ ఫర్టైల్ సాయిల్ తోటి అగ్రికల్చర్ ద హోల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ అగ్రికల్చర్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ బిగాన్ ఫర్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైమ్ in the Aryans. Actually, what was the profession of the Aryans? Actually, what was the profession of Aryans? Okay, profession of Aryans is pastoralism. Pastoralism. Okay, now this pastoralism, now this turned into agriculture. Pastoralism turned into agriculture. Okay, pastoralism turned into agriculture. Now finished. Now the main important crops is rice. Rigveda mentions about this. This is called as vrihi. Rice is called as vrihi. Vrihi. This is a chief crop in the alluvial soil. Okay, and also rice is called as vrihi. Agriculture became very, very democratized. The next, religion. Here religion changed, the more importance for yajnas, and here Brahmins community dominated the society. Brahmin domination in the society. Then next, yajnas and rituals. Yajnas means so many complexity of rituals emerged, complex philosophies emerged, complex philosophies. People started thinking about salvation and a life after death. Whereas in the early Vedic period in Sapta Sindhu, I told you, Aryans believed in materialistic religion. They pray for Indra for children, they prayed for Indra for wars, they prayed for Indra for good climate, they pray for Varuna for rainfall. But here, when it comes to later Vedic period, religion became very complex, and religion became accessible only to one community, that is Brahmin. No other community is allowed to study all these Vedas and all this. Complete, Brahmin dominated society, and it is a salvation. Here comes the concept of salvation, moksha, mukti, liberation, life after death, philosophies, complexities emerged. This is the later Vedic religion. Okay. Here no Indra Yaruna Agni. Here Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma emerged. Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma. Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. That is the religion. And last one, society. Society of later Vedic period. Here, for the first time, women discriminated. Here, for the first time, women discriminated. Shudras discriminated. Shudras discriminated. Salvation is not allowed for the Shudras. Salvation not allowed for the Shudras, because Shudras are called as Ekajas. Shudras are called as Ekaja, and Brahmins are called as Dvija. Dvija. ద్విజ ద్విజ అంటే ఎవరికైతే శరీరం పైన జంధ్యం ఉంటుందో, ఓకే, జన్యుదారుడు బ్రాహ్మణుడికి ఒంటి మీద జంధ్యం ఉంటుంది, సీక్రెట్ థ్రెడ్ సెరమనీ, ఉపనయనం జరుగుతుంది. ఆ ఉపనయనం జరిగిన వాళ్ళందరూ ద్విజులు, ఉపనయనం జరగని వాళ్ళంతా ఏకజలు. శూద్రులకు ఉపనయనం అనేది ఉండదు, అందుకు మోక్షానికి అర్హుడు కాదు, ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎలిజిబుల్ ఫర్ ద సాల్వేషన్ అనే ప్రీచింగ్స్ చేసినారు. అట్లా సొసైటీలో డిస్క్రిమినేషన్ వచ్చింది. అర్థమైందా? And after this, it is a patriarchal only. And after this, there was a lot of discrimination on women. I told you, women confined to the four walls, and they were not allowed for salvation. Women not eligible for salvation. And also, when it comes to the later Vedic society, Niyoga is not allowed. Anuloma and Pratiloma, Anuloma and Pratiloma Vivaha. Anuloma, Pratiloma Vivaha is not allowed. Teen place la restrictions వచ్చినాయి. Intervarna marriages are not allowed. Intervarna marriages. Intervarna marriages are not at all allowed in the society. అర్థమైందా? This is the later Vedic society. This is the Aryan civilization chapter. Aryan civilization or Vedic civilization. Once again, we will have a quick recap. First, most important part is Vedic literature. Okay, Vedic literature talks about 8 parts: Vedas, బ్రాహ్మణాస్, అరణ్యకాస్, ఉపనిషత్స్, వేదాంగాస్, ఉపవేదాస్, ఓకే, పురాణాలు, ఇతిహాసాలు అవన్నీ రచించినారు. ఓకే, దాని తర్వాత వీళ్ళు షిఫ్ట్ అయిపోయినారు. వీళ్ళ నేచర్ ట్రైబల్. సప్త సింధు నుంచి గంగా బేసిన్కి ఎందుకు పోయినారు వీళ్ళు? ఎందుకు పోయినారు అంటే ఎందుకు పోయినారంటే in search of grassland. But in search of grassland, they went to Ganga Basin, and suddenly they have discovered iron mines in 1000 BC around the Ganga Basin. And that is the revolution in the life of the Aryans. That brought revolution in the life of Aryans. Okay, revolutionary changes. Their whole nature of occupation has been changed. Their whole nature of occupation has been changed. Pastoralism to agriculture. That is the reason for all the changes in their every aspect of their life. This is the Vedic civilization. Okay, here what is very important here is Aryans, Vedic literature. Aryans, Vedic literature. You are getting questions from this. Okay, right. In my next class, I will discuss uh, Buddhism and Jainism. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss the most important part of the cultural history, that is cultural part, cultural part of India, that is Buddhism and Jainism. Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, Buddhism and Jainism. Now, in Buddhism and Jainism, actually there are two more also, Ajivikas and Charvakas. The most important part, first one, let's go into the Buddhism. Let's discuss this Buddhism part. So, this whole Buddhism, there definitely this time there will be no question paper without the question on Buddha or otherwise Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist teachings about the life of Buddha, everything. Because any competitive exam they are asking these questions, Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, and point number one, this is all about a man called Siddhartha. The whole story revolves around this person, Siddhartha. Okay, Siddhartha. Siddhartha, when this man was born, 563 BC, where birthplace, he was born at Lumbini. He was born at Lumbini. Lumbini, very, very, very important. Where who is his mother? Mother, mother is Mahamaya. Mother Mahamaya, the mother, biological mother. She gave birth. She gave birth to the Siddhartha. Father Shuddhodana. Father Shuddhodana. Mahamaya, father Shuddhodana. Siddhartha's wife. Siddhartha's wife Yashoda. Siddhartha's son Rahul. Siddhartha having son Rahul. See, this Siddhartha have mother Mahamaya. Stepmother, the mother which raised the Siddhartha is Prajapati Gautami. Prajapati Gautami. Prajapati Gautami. She is the stepmother, and on her name only Buddha is called as Gautama Buddha. Gautram వాళ్ళది గౌతమ గోత్రం, గౌతమ మహర్షి గోత్రం వాళ్ళది. ఓకే. అండ్ ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే సిద్ధార్థుడు సిద్ధార్థుడి జీవితంలో 5 సంఘటనలు ఉన్నాయి. There are 5 incidents. They are called as Panchakalyanas. These 5 incidents are called as Panchakalyanas. 5 incidents are called as Panchakalyanas. First one, birth. Birth. Nothing but a Janana. ఓకే. బర్త్. అయితే వినండి అందరూ. సిద్ధార్థుడి యొక్క జీవితమే ఒక మిరాకిల్. ఐ మీన్ ఆయన బర్త్, ఆయన పుట్టుకనే ఒక మిరాకిల్ అండి. ఓకే. తను వైశాఖ పౌర్ణిమ నాడు పుడతాడు. హీ వాజ్ బోర్న్ ఆన్ ద డే ఆఫ్ వైశాఖ పౌర్ణిమ. బుద్ధుడు పుట్టడమే ఒక మిరాకిల్. ఎక్కడ పుడతాడంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా లుంబిని అనే ప్లేస్లో జింకల వనం డీర్ పార్క్ ఉంటుంది. డీర్ పార్క్లో ఈయన జననం జరుగుతుంది. మహామాయకు దీనికి ఒక సింబల్ ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు. ఆయన పుట్టుకకు ఒక సింబల్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ సింబలే లోటస్. ఈ లోటస్ వెనకాల ఒక స్టోరీ ఉంటుంది. ఆ స్టోరీ ఏంటంటే మహామాయ సంతానం లేదు. మహామాయ కలలో ఒక తెల్లటి ఏనుగు కనిపిస్తుంది. ఏనుగు కనిపించి ట్రంక్ ఓపెన్ చేసి ఒక తామర పువ్వును చూపిస్తుంది. చూపించి తన ఊంబులోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అది పాయింట్. ఓకే. అందుకే బర్త్ లోటస్ సింబల్. నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ వన్, మహాభి నిష్క్రమణ. మహాభి నిష్క్రమణ. Mahavi Nishkramana. Mahavi Nishkramana at the age of 29. At the age of 29, Siddhartha left his palace to become a monk. That is Mahavi Nishkramana. And you know, Siddhartha, even before leaving his palace, that Siddhartha should not witness 4 incidents in his life. Not witness 4 incidents in his life. A. 4 incidents in his life. A. He should not see old man. B. He should not see a dead man. Shavam. He should not see a sick man. He should not see a sannyasi with a begging bowl. Understood? These are the 4 incidents that Siddhartha should not witness in his lifetime. That's why Siddhartha was raised in the jail. I mean, in the palace like a jail. It was like a virtual prison for him. Nowhere Siddhartha is allowed to see all this. But Siddhartha saw all these things. Siddhartha saw a sannyasi with a begging bowl and he is very happy. And here, dukkam. Old man becoming old. There are so many miseries for him. That is a dukkam. Dead man. Why man is died? Why human beings die? Siddhartha raised questions in himself, in his mind. Why man is sick? Because all these three are creating a misery in our life. They are creating a big misery in our life. It's a sorrow, it's a grief, pain. And Siddhartha saw happiness only in one man, sannyasi. He does not have any bonding. He does not have any attachments with anyone. And Siddhartha, when he saw sannyasi's face that's glowing like anything, because no bondings, and Siddhartha got a solution for his life to become sannyasi. Now, at the age of 29, At the age of 29, Siddhartha left palace. At the age of 29, Siddhartha left palace. That is what Mahabhinishkramna, symbol horse, symbol horse. ఓకే. సిద్ధార్థ ఫేవరెట్ ఆఫీసర్ చెన్న అతనికి చెప్పి వెళ్ళిపోతాడు. సిద్ధార్థ ఫేవరెట్ ఆఫీసర్ చెన్న. ఓకే. అండ్ హార్స్ నేమ్ ఈస్ కంటక. Horse name is Kantaka. At the age of 29, he left. Siddhartha got two gurus in the forest. Siddhartha got two gurus in the forest, and those two gurus are Brahmins. Those Brahmins are A. Siddhartha got two gurus. Okay. Two are Brahmins. Okay. Alara Kalama and Udharaka. Alara Kalama and Udharaka. These are the two gurus, Brahmin gurus. They taught Sankhya philosophy to Siddhartha. Sankhya philosophy. Here I will tell you, friends, there are six schools of philosophy. Okay, there are six schools of philosophy called as Shad Darshanas. Six schools of philosophy called as Shad Darshanas. Shad Darshanas. Six schools of philosophy. Shad Darshanas. A. Sankhya. B. Yoga. Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. These are the six schools of philosophy which are called as the Shad Darshanas. Founders also important. Sankhya school founder. Founder of Sankhya school is Kapila. Kapila Maharshi. Yoga school is Patanjali. Nyaya school Gautama. Vaisheshika school is Kanada. Kanada Maharshi. Purva Mimamsa is Jaimini. Jaimini Maharshi. Uttara Mimamsa Badarayana. Vedanta philosopher. ఇది ఉత్తర మీమాంసనే వేదాంత. ఉత్తర మీమాంస is nothing but వేదాంత. ఓకే. దీస్ ఆర్ ద సిక్స్ స్కూల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫిలాసఫీ. ఒక్కొక్క స్కూల్ ఒక్కొక్క ఫిలాసఫీ చెప్తుంది. ఇందులో సిద్ధార్థుడు నేర్చుకున్నది సాంఖ్య స్కూల్ ఆఫ్ ఫిలాసఫీ. ఈ ఫిలాసఫీస్ అన్ని మోక్షానికి మార్గం చూపిస్తాయి. ఒక్కొక్కటి ఒక్కొక్క మార్గం చెప్తుంది అన్నట్టు. అందులో సిద్ధార్థుడు నేర్చుకున్నది సాంఖ్య ఫిలాసఫీ. ఓకే, రైట్. సిద్ధార్థ థర్డ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్. ఇదంతా నేను సెకండ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ తర్వాత చెప్పిన. ఓకే, థర్డ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఎట్ ద ఏజ్ ఆఫ్ 35. At the age of 35 years, Siddhartha sat under the peepal tree. Sat under peepal tree. You know, there is 6 years of penance, 6 years of meditation, 49 days penance. తపస్సులోకి పోయినాడు ఇక 49 days అయితే. సిద్ధార్థుడు ఒక 49 రోజులు పెనెన్స్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయినాడు, అంటే తపస్సు. ఓకే, లాస్ట్కి 49వ రోజు పీపల్ ట్రీ ఎక్కడ? గయా. పీపల్ ట్రీ ఎక్కడుంది? గయా. గయా ఎక్కడుంది? బీహార్. అక్కడ సిద్ధార్థుడికి ఎన్లైటన్మెంట్ వచ్చింది. ఎన్లైటన్మెంట్ అంటే మోక్షము. దీన్నే దివ్య జ్ఞానం అంటారు. దివ్య జ్ఞాన్, మోక్ష. ఇట్స్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ మోక్ష, లిబరేషన్, అల్టిమేట్ ముక్తి. సిద్ధార్థుడికి అది 35 సంవత్సరాలకు బోధి చెట్టు కింద వచ్చింది. అదే మూడవ దానికి సింబల్ కూడా పీపల్ ట్రీ. దానికి సింబల్ పీపల్ ట్రీ. తర్వాత సిద్ధార్థుడు ఒకరోజు అన్కాన్షియస్ అయిపోతాడు. సిద్ధార్థ one day fell down unconscious, and there is one neighboring lady, Sujata. There is one neighboring lady, Sujata. Sujata offered curd rice. Sujata offered curd rice to Siddhartha. Very important. Okay. Their fourth incident is Dharmachakra Parivartana. ధర్మచక్ర పరివర్తన. ఇది ఫోర్త్ ఇన్సిడెంట్. ఇది ఎక్కడ జరుగుతుంది? సార్నాథ్లో జరుగుతుంది. ధర్మచక్ర పరివర్తన ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ సార్నాథ్, డీర్ పార్క్. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఇన్ డీర్ పార్క్. సార్నాథ్, డీర్ పార్క్. జింకల వనంలో ఫస్ట్ టైం సిద్ధార్థ గేవ్ రిలీజియస్ లెక్చర్. ఫస్ట్ టైం బుద్ధ. Now Siddhartha is no more a Siddhartha. Buddha is a Buddha first time gave lecture. Buddha first time gave a lecture. Okay. And the last one, fifth incident in his life. Siddhartha life లో ఉన్న లాస్ట్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ ఏంటంటే మహాపరినిర్వాణ. Mahaparinirvana. Okay. And Mahaparinirvana means Chau, the great death. గ్రేట్ డెత్, చావు. మనిషికి ఉండే చావు. ఎట్లా చచ్చిపోయినాడు సిద్ధార్థుడు ఒకరోజు సిద్ధార్థుడు సంఘం ఉంటుంది. సిద్ధార్థుడు సంఘం నుంచి రోజుకు 18 కిలోమీటర్లు నడుస్తాడు. ఓకే. భిక్షపాత్ర పట్టుకొని నడుస్తూ ఉంటాడు. భిక్షపాత్ర పట్టుకొని నడిచేటప్పుడు అతనికి ఆకలేసింది. బాగా వర్షం పడుతుంది, ఆకలేసింది. చుండా అనే పర్సన్ ఇతని ఇంటికి పోతాడు. ఓకే. ఇతని ఇంటికి పోయి ఇతను ఒక చండాలుడు. చుండా ఒక చండాలుడు. ఓకే. అంటే ఇతను ఎవరు ముట్టుకోరు. ఓకే. చుండా ఇస్ అ చండాల. ఇతడు పంది మాంసం పెట్టినాడు. పిగ్ కర్రీ. He gave pig curry to Siddhartha. When Buddha is feeling very hungry, this is at the age of 80. Now Buddha is 80 years old. 80. 80. పంది మాంసం పెట్టాడు. ఇది తిని డయేరియా వచ్చింది ఆయనకు. డయేరియా వచ్చి చచ్చిపోతాడు. అది లాస్ట్. దానికి సింబల్ వచ్చేసి స్తూప. ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్తూప ఈజ్ అ మాన్యుమెంట్. Definition of stupa is a monument in which you see all belongings of the Buddha. Monument in which you see the belongings of the Buddha. Ashes of the Buddha. ఓకే. ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది స్తూపం? ఇది ఆండా, ఇది హార్మిక, ఇది ఛత్రి. ఇది ఆండా, ఇది హార్మిక, ఇది ఛత్రి. ఓకే, ఆండా. ఇది వేదిక, వేదిక. ఇవి తోరణాలు. Toranas, pacha toranas. These are all toranas, entrances. Toranas means entrances. Okay, this is the stupa. And again, stupa are of three types. Stupas are three types. One is Dhatu Garbhita. Dhatu Garbhita Stupa. Paribhojaka Stupa. Uddeshika Stupa. Dhatu Garbhita Stupa means the stupa in which you see the Buddha's Dhatuvulu, or Buddha's ashes. Paribhojaka Stupa means the stupa in which you see Arhats ashes. Arhats ashes. Uddeshika Stupa means stupa without any ashes. Uddeshika Stupa means stupa without any ashes. These are the three types of stupa. Arhat means students of Buddha. Students of Buddha who reached the Buddhahood. Ardhamainda? Students of Buddha who reached the Buddhahood. Okay. అది స్తూప. ఇంకా ఆర్కిటెక్చర్లో ఏమొస్తుంది? బుద్ధిస్ట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్లో చైత్య, ఇంకా ఏంది విహార, చైత్య విహార. చైత్య మీన్స్ prayer hall of the Buddhists. Vihara means Chaitya prayer hall. Vihara means resting place. Resting place for the Buddhist monks. Okay. Say resting place for the Buddhist monks. Example, Ashoka. As part of the Buddhist architecture, Ashoka constructed Sanchi Stupa. Very important. Amravati Stupa. Shalihunda. Shalihunda Stupa. Jaggayapeta. Battiprolu. Guntupalli. Guntupalli Stupa. Karle Kanheri Chaitya. Karle Kanheri Chaitya. Okay, Karle and Kanheri Chaityas. Okay, these are also the great stupas. Okay, great Chaityas. ఎక్కడుంది ఇవి? మహారాష్ట్రలో. ఇదంతా బుద్ధిస్ట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అండి ఇది. ఓకే, నౌ ఆఫ్టర్ ద డెత్ ఆఫ్ బుద్ధ, 4 Buddhist councils. 4 Buddhist councils. First Buddhist council. Okay, first Buddhist council 483 BC. 483 BC, and the president who arranged this is Ajatashatru, king. Ajatashatru, the king Ajatashatru is the head of this whole first Buddhist council. Ajatashatru arranged first Buddhist council. Okay, here Buddhism first time developed, split into two schisms. Split into two schisms. Schisms అంటే split. ఓకే, schisms అంటే splits. ఒకటి తేరవాద, నెంబర్ 2 తేరవాద బుద్ధిజం ఒకటి. నెంబర్ 2 ఏంటంటే మహాసాంఘిక. Theravadas and Mahasangikas. Okay, these are the two schisms. Now, second Buddhist council, 383, arranged by King Kalashoka. Arranged by King Kalashoka. 3rd century BC, 250 AD, 250 BC. Ashok, arranged by King Ashok. Mogaliputta Tissa, president for this. Ashoka's guru, Mogaliputta Tissa, he became the president. In this third Buddhist council, Buddhism made as international religion. Buddhism turned into Buddhism is turned into international religion. అర్థమైందా అందరికి? Buddhism is turned into international religion. Fourth Buddhist council. Fourth Buddhist council is 1st century AD. Kashmir. This was held in Kashmir by King Kanishka. This is held by Kanishka. 1st century AD. Kashmir held by Kanishka. And the head Buddhagosha, Aswagosha, వసుమిత్ర, వీళ్ళంతా ఫోర్త్ బుద్ధిస్ట్ కౌన్సిల్లో హాజరైన వాళ్ళు. ఇంకా ఎవరైతారో దీంట్లో ఆచార్య నాగార్జున ఆల్సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మెంబర్ హూ పార్టిసిపేటెడ్ ఇన్ ద ఫోర్త్ బుద్ధిస్ట్ కౌన్సిల్. ఓకే, హూ పార్టిసిపేటెడ్ ఇన్ ద ఫోర్త్ బుద్ధిస్ట్ కౌన్సిల్. In fourth Buddhist council, Hinayana, Mahayana is very popular. Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana in English is called as lesser vehicle. Mahayana is called as greater vehicle. ఓకే, 5th century ఏడిలో ఇంకొక స్కీజం వచ్చింది, స్ప్లిట్ ఇదంతా, వజ్రయాన బుద్ధిజం. In Vajrayana Buddhism, historians call this as diamond vehicle. Diamond vehicle. Again, within the Vajrayana, Kalachakrayana. And Sahajayana. కాలచక్రయాన వీళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, వీళ్ళు క్షుద్ర పూజలు చేస్తారు, వీళ్ళు క్షుద్ర పూజలు, బ్లాక్ మ్యాజిక్స్. సహజయాన, దే ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ సెక్స్. In the sanghas, in the Buddhist sanghas, you will see, what is that? Both bhikshus and bhikshunis, and the male monks and female monks are having cohabitation. They're having cohabitation. Okay, live-in relationships, and they involved in the sexual intercourse. Okay. బుద్ధిజం సర్వనాశనం అయిపోవడానికి కారణం వజ్రయానం, రైట్? అండ్ after this, even there is a concept called bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas are the reincarnations of the Buddha. అంటే Buddha is going to take multiple forms. All those forms are called as the bodhisattvas. Avalokiteshvara, example. అవలోకితేశ్వర, పద్మపాణి, రత్నసాంబవ. అవలోకితేశ్వర, పద్మపాణి, రత్నసాంబవ, అమితాభ. These are all the future births of the Buddha are called as Maitreyas. Future Buddhas are called Maitreyas. Future Buddhas are called Maitreyas. There is another topic called Jatakas. Jatakas. Jatakas means tales. Tales of the Buddha. Short stories of the Buddha. Jatakas. Tales of the Buddha. And these tales means short stories. ఓకే. ఇందులో నుంచే అన్నీ మనకు థీమ్స్ అన్నీ దొరుకుతాయి అన్నట్టు. బుద్ధుడి జీవితానికి సంబంధించిన కొన్ని కొన్ని థీమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ థీమ్స్ అన్నీ జతకల నుంచే దొరుకుతాయి. అర్థమైందా? ఇది బుద్ధిజం గురించి కొంత సమాచారము. ఇక దీని తర్వాత మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే జైనిజం. జైనిజం ఈజ్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ 24 తీర్థంకరస్. తీర్థంకరస్ మీన్స్ గురూస్. They show the way for ultimate reality. They show the way for salvation. Jainism. Jainism 24 Tirthankaras. First Tirthankara Rishabhanatha. Rishabhanatha. Second Tirthankara Sami. 22nd Tirthankara 22nd Arishtanemi. ఈ ఫస్ట్ టు 22nd ఇంపార్టెంట్ అసలు కాదు. ఎందుకంటే వీళ్ళంతా మైథలాజికల్. రిషభనాథ, సామి, అప్పటి నుంచి అరిష్టనేమి దాకా ఇదంతా మైథలాజికల్. అండ్ 23rd తీర్థంకర పార్శ్వనాథ. 24th తీర్థంకర పార్శ్వనాథ స్టార్టెడ్ నిగ్రోత సెక్ట్. నిగ్రాంత 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 స్టేట్. 24th తీర్థంకర వర్ధమాన మహావీర్. వర్ధమాన్ మహావీర్ 24th తీర్థంకర. సింబల్ లయన్. వర్ధమాన్ మహావీర్ was born in 543 BC and F5 was born at Kundagram, Bihar. He was born at Kundagram in Bihar. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you, Buddha, did not tell you where Buddha died. Buddha died in Kushinagar, UP. Buddha gave maximum lectures at Shravasti. Buddha gave maximum lectures at Shravasti. Okay, Vardhaman Mahavir was born in 543 BC, Kundagram, Bihar. And he died at Pavapuri. Pavapuri is in Mallarajyam. 16 మహాజనపదాల్లో మల్లరాజ్యం అని ఉంటుంది. మల్లరాజ్యం రాజధాని పావపురి. కుసి అండ్ పావా రెండు ఒక పక్కపక్కే ఉంటాయి. పావపురి ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్ ఇది కూడా. ఓకే. ఇది వర్ధమాన మహావీర్. మహావీర్ ఆయనకు చిన్న వయసులోనే చాలా పెళ్ళి అయిపోతుంది. ఆయన తండ్రి పేరు ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ వర్ధమాన మహావీర్ ఈజ్ సిద్ధార్థ. మదర్ ఆఫ్ వర్ధమాన్ మహావీర్ త్రిశల దేవి. Vardhaman Mahavir got wife. He got married. He is having a wife. Wife name is Yashodhara. And daughter Priyadarshini. Son-in-law Jamali. ఫస్ట్ స్టూడెంట్ అన్నట్టు వర్ధమాన్ మహావీర్కి. ఓకే. వర్ధమాన్ మహావీర్ ఫిలాసఫీ టీచింగ్స్. ఇక్కడ బుద్ధుడి యొక్క టీచింగ్స్ కూడా చెప్తారు. అందుకే ఇక్కడ ఆగిన బుద్ధుడి యొక్క టీచింగ్స్ చెప్పాలని. బుద్ధాస్ టీచింగ్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ 4 noble truths. Every man must remember one thing. There are 4 noble truths in his life. Everybody's life there are 4 noble truths. First one is Sabbam Dukkam. First one in this 4, Sabbam Dukkam అంటే సర్వం దుఃఖం అని అర్థం. అంటే ఎవ్రీవేర్ there is misery and desire is the cause of this misery. Desire cause of misery. Desire is the cause of misery. And Sabbam Dukkham, desire is the cause of misery, and desire can be over prevented. Desire can be prevented. And D, desire can be prevented. And D, follow Ashtanga Marga. అండ్ అష్టాంగ మార్గ ఎవ్రీబడి నో దట్ రైట్ ఎయిమ్ రైట్ స్పీచ్ రైట్ విజన్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి అష్టాంగ మార్గలు. రైట్ ఎయిమ్ రైట్ స్పీచ్ రైట్ విజన్, రైట్ ఎయిమ్ రైట్ స్పీచ్ రైట్ విజన్, ఇంకా రైట్ లైవ్లీహుడ్ రైట్ మెడిటేషన్ రైట్ ఎఫర్ట్స్ రైట్ మెడిటేషన్, ఇట్లా ఎక్సెట్రా ఎక్సెట్రా ఒక 8 ఉంటాయి. 8 ఫోల్డ్ పాత్ అష్టాంగ మార్గ ఫాలో అయితే బుద్ధుడి టీచింగ్స్ అన్నట్టు. ఇంకా బుద్ధుడి టీచింగ్స్ మాధ్యమిక మార్గ ఫాలో మిడిల్ పాత్. ఫాలో మిడిల్ పాత్, మాధ్యమిక మార్గం మిడిల్ పాత్. ఓకే. శూన్యవాద, శూన్యవాద ఇస్ అ ఫిలాసఫీ ఆఫ్ ఆచార్య నాగార్జున. వీళ్ళంతా బుద్ధిస్టులు. అర్థమైందా? ఆచార్య నాగార్జున ఇస్ అ ఫౌండర్ ఆఫ్ మహాయాన బుద్ధిజం. చెప్పిన ఒక చీలికి వచ్చింది అని ఫోర్త్ బుద్ధిస్ట్ కౌన్సిల్లో. అది ఆచార్య నాగార్జున తీసుకొస్తాడు, మహాయాన బుద్ధిజంని తీసుకొస్తాడు. అర్థమైందా? ఇప్పుడు జైన టీచింగ్స్ ఏంది? జైన టీచింగ్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాస్ పంచసూత్రాస్. పంచసూత్రాలు అహింస, సత్య, అస్తేయ, అపరిగ్రహ, అహింస సత్య అస్తేయ అపరిగ్రహ అండ్ బ్రహ్మచర్య. ఈ ఫస్ట్ 4 తీసుకొచ్చింది పార్శ్వనాథుడు. 5వది తీసుకొచ్చింది వర్ధమాన మహావీర్. వర్ధమాన మహావీర్. ఓకే. ఇంకా పంచసూత్రాలు అవి. ఇంకా త్రిరత్నాలు, త్రీ త్రీ రత్నాస్ అంటే 3 జ్యువెల్స్. ఓకే. త్రీ జ్యువెల్స్. ఏందవి? సమ్యక్ జ్ఞాన్, సమ్యక్ విశ్వాస్, సమ్యక్ జ్ఞాన్, సమ్యక్ విశ్వాస్, సమ్యక్ క్రియ. అంటే రైట్ నాలెడ్జ్, జ్ఞాన్, సమ్యక్ ఫెయిత్, సమ్యక్ క్రియ రైట్ యాక్షన్. సమ్యక్ జ్ఞాన్, సమ్యక్ విశ్వాస్, సమ్యక్ క్రియ, 3 రత్నాస్. ఓకే. అంటే రైట్ నాలెడ్జ్, రైట్ ఫెయిత్ అండ్ రైట్ బిలీఫ్ సిస్టమ్స్ అండ్ రైట్ యాక్షన్స్ అవి ఉంటే అందరూ బాగుంటారు అని అర్థం. జైన్ ఫిలాసఫీ, శూన్య జైన్ ఫిలాసఫీ షాద్వాద, థియరీ ఆఫ్ మేబీ ఆర్ మే నాట్ బి. థియరీ ఆఫ్ మేబీ ఆర్ మే నాట్ బి. థియరీ ఆఫ్ మేబీ ఆర్ మే నాట్ బి. Any question you ask to the Jains, they are not sure about anything. They say only one answer, maybe or may not be, because they don't have any sure answer for anything. Next one, Anekantavada, theory of infinite souls, థియరీ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫైనైట్ సోల్స్. అది అనేకాంతవాద అంటే ప్రతి జీవికి ప్రతి వస్తువుకు కూడా ఈ విశ్వంలో ఆత్మ అనేది ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పే ఫిలాసఫీ జైన ఫిలాసఫీ. 2 స్ప్లిట్స్ ఇన్ జైనిజం. ఫస్ట్ వన్ శ్వేతాంబర. శ్వేతాంబర స్టార్టెడ్ బై స్థూల భద్ర. సెకండ్ వన్ దిగంబర స్టార్టెడ్ బై బదరబాహు. Shvetambara and Digambara. Shvetambara Jainism, they wear only white cloths. And Digambara Jainism, they complete practice naked, idolatry. Okay. And example of the Digambara Jainism is a statue of Bahubali, statue of Bharata. Okay, Bahubali statue is very famous. And Digambara Jainism was born in Shravana Belugola, Karnataka. Shravana Belugola, Karnataka. Okay, here you will see the statue of Bahubali. చాలా పొడుగైన విగ్రహం ఉంటుంది బాహుబలిది. నేకెడ్, కంప్లీట్లీ నేకెడ్ అన్నట్టు. ఓకే, జైన్. అండ్ జైన్ ఫెస్టివల్ మహామస్తకాభిషేకం. జైన్ ఫెస్టివల్ మహామస్తకాభిషేకం. And this is about the Jainism, Jain philosophy, Jain festivals. Okay, important Jain center, important Jain kings. Karavela, Sampriti, Simuka of Shatavahanas, Karavela, Sampriti, Simuka. Okay, and Jain officers, Jain bhikshus, they live in sanghas, Jain sanghas called as basadis. Basadis are the players where బసది నిర్మాణం జరిగింది అన్నట్టు. ఓకే, అండ్ one more thing is, in Jainism, Sallekana, very important principle. Sallekana means fast unto death. ఆకలితోటి చచ్చిపోవాలి, డెత్ బై గ్రాడ్యువల్ డెత్ బై స్టార్వేషన్. Sallekana means gradual death, by starvation. Sallekana. Okay, next one, Ajivika. Ajivika's founder of అజీవిక సెక్ట్. బుద్ధిజం, జైనిజం ఎట్లా కొత్త మతాలుగా ఆవిర్భవించినాయో అజీవిక కూడా అట్లానే కొత్త మతం అనేది ఆవిర్భవించింది. అర్థమైందా పాయింట్? అజీవిక సెక్ట్ ఫౌండర్ ఈస్ there is one more apart from Ajivika. Charvaka sect is there. Charvaka sect founder Ajita Keshakambali. Charvaka sect founder, and they are radicals. They are atheists. Ajivikas, they follow in predestiny. They follow predestiny. దే ఫాలో ప్రీ డెస్టినీ అంటే ఏం చెయ్యాలో అనేది ముందే నమ్ముతారు, అంటే ముందే డిసైడ్ చేసుకుంటారు అన్నట్టు. ఓకే, ముందే అనుకుంటారు, అంటే మన ఫేట్ పైన ఇది రాసి పెట్టుంటేనే మనకి ఇది జరుగుతుంది అని అజీవికులు నమ్ముతారు. అట్లా మక్కాలి పుత్త గోసల ఫౌండర్. మక్కాలి పుత్త గోసల, he is the founder of Ajivika sect. Ajita Keshakambali is the founder of Charvaka sect. Okay, these are the very important points. Charvaka, Ajivika, and Buddhism and Jainism. This is the very important portion, cultural part of our history. Buddhism, Buddha's life, Siddhartha's life, and Siddhartha's philosophy, Siddhartha's 5 incidents in his life and his preachings. Okay, avanni. Tarvata Jainism, Ajivika, and Charvaka. These are all the religions which were against the orthodoxy of the Brahmins. They all condemned the Vedic authority. They all condemned the superstitious beliefs. They all condemned the rituals for salvation. Okay, they all are very liberal religions. They preached equality. Okay, and Buddhist literature, one more point. Buddhist literature is Tripitakas. ఇవి రాసింది ఆనంద అండ్ ఉపాలి, స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద బుద్ధ. త్రిపీటకములు అంటే సుత్త, సుత్త పిటక, వినయ పితక, అభిధమ్మ పితక. సుత్త పితక, వినయ పితక, అభిధమ్మ పితక, ఈ మూడు త్రిపీటకములు అంటారు. ఓకే, త్రిపీటకాస్. ఇంకా బుద్ధిస్ట్ టెక్స్ట్ మహావంశ, దీపవంశ, కులవంశ, ఇవి బుద్ధిస్ట్ టెక్స్ట్స్ త్రిపీటకాస్. ఓకే, జైన్ టెక్స్ట్స్ ఏమంటారంటే అంగాస్. జైన్ టెక్స్ట్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అంగాస్. Okay, so this is the cultural portion of the ancient India. Okay, ancient India, Indus Valley civilization, Vedic civilization. Again, within the Vedic civilization, early Vedic period, later Vedic period, society, economy, religion, polity, society, economy, religion, polity, and Vedic literature that we discussed in the last class. Today's class, Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivika, Charvaka. This is very, very important. Okay. Right, we will continue the next class in my next video, that Mauryan culture, Gupta's culture, we will discuss next class. Thank you.